Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over the most recent weekend from Indianapolis, NASCAR's most recent stop from Indianapolis, and the short track at IRP. So yeah, I'm going to be going over the races chronologically. We're going to start off with the truck, Xfinity, and Cup. So yeah, let's go right on over it. Truck Series race, honestly, was the calmest out of all of them. It was just a routine short track race, and I'm surprised this was a really clean race because Truck Series at a short track, which is kind of wild. This short track, which is kind of wild. It surprises me. Truck Series races at the lower series at short tracks are never a good combination. This race though was incredibly clean. Only had one incident caution the entire time, so that's about it. That was for Josh William going in the wall, and Caruth kind of punted him. I don't know. I didn't really see a replay because Fox, I didn't really see a replay, so yeah. But other than that, it was a clean race. Lane Riggs dominated all of it. He won stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. He won all of it. That race was just controlled by him the entire time. The race was 200 laps, right? He only did not lead like a quarter of the race. He led like 150 of the laps. I don't know. I didn't see how many laps he led, but I know he led a bunch of it because I was watching the entire thing all the way through. Routine short track race, honestly. Got done before 9 p.m. as well. It was not even 2 hours into the broadcast, and it already finished. So that's impressive. These guys clean. Last time they raced was at Lime Rock Park, too. I think that was a really clean race as well. So that's pretty cool. Hats out to the truck guys. So that's about it. Let's go over the top 10 finishers. Lane Riggs got the win. How about Corey Day with a second place finish? That's pretty good for him. He ran like a veteran, just passing Corey Heim and other trucks left and right. Pretty cool there. Corey Heim actually got beat for once. He got third. Grant Enbringer got fourth. Ty Majeski, who's won the last 2 races here, got fifth. Chandler Smith got sixth. Daniel Hemrick got seventh. Taylor Ankrum got eighth. Ross Chastain got ninth. And Rajah Caruth under the top 10. And that was basically it. That's the truck race in a nutshell right there. Just a really solid race by these guys. Or not really the best race, but really well put race by these guys. Racing clean all the way. So yeah. Moving on to the Xfinity Series race, which was how do you say it? Very controversial. Started off as a really good race in my opinion. Stage 1 was won by Sam Mayer, although you did have a caution for Harrison spinning out, but that was basically it. Sam Mayer won stage 1 and had a beautiful battle with and then you had a beautiful battle with Connor Zilic and Justin Allgaier in stage 2. Ended up having Justin Allgaier winning that stage, and that was a really fun battle, man. That was the most fun I had watching that race. Then you go into the stage 3 shenanigans, which I would expect a couple of cautions, which they did happen. Connor Zilic ended up going around, but that was kind of it. But rain started for rain happened twice. I think there was 2 cautions for rain. I don't know. Lap 81. There was a caution for slight raindrops, but they got the race back going again. And once they got the race back going, you had Larson make a mistake, and it affected Justin Allgaier really badly. Larson went all the way low on the apron and got shot up the track and into Justin Allgaier, wrecking his car. No caution came out, but it wrecked his car, and that was it for Justin Allgaier. I feel bad for Allgaier because he was running really well too. Had a really fast car as well. That's unfortunate for Allgaier. And it was going to be a good battle between him and Larson for the win, it looked like. But no. He hit the wall, he was out of the race. Larson still continued on to finish 4th, but unfortunate for Allgaier. But yeah, that's that. Caution came out on lap 91, and this is arguably the most controversial thing that's happened all weekend. So, coming into turn number 3, Eric Amarola basically runs over Austin Hill for 4th, because that's what it says here. But Eric Amarola basically runs over Austin Hill for the 4th spot, which I get how Austin Hill will be pissed because of that, because he literally just ran him up the track and he moved him for the spot. And yeah, Austin Hill had this crazy save and everything looked fine, and he hooked him. You can see my reaction on Twitch. You can see how I just didn't care for that move at all. You can see, or I cared about it. I didn't accept the move. But Austin Hill saves it and then hangs a left. It was a 2-second gap between him saving it and just absolutely right rearing Eric Amarola. Really hard hit for Eric Amarola. Thankfully, he's okay after that because he compared it, and it was a hard hit for him because he compared it to the wreck he had at Kansas in 2017, which that wreck was already bad enough. If he's comparing it to this wreck, if he's comparing it to the Kansas wreck, that's really bad enough. And Austin Hill, in my opinion, should be suspended for that. That is a BS move by Austin Hill. Terrible move. He should be parked a week for that. He was parked 5 laps, and the comments he had towards NASCAR was not the greatest thing to say after an issue like that. NASCAR can go F themselves. This is effing BS. F you, NASCAR. I would not be surprised if they added a week to his suspension after that, because unsportsmanlike conduct and all that. At most, what they're gonna really do, I think, is for him to pay a huge fine for commenting like that. But for sure, if NASCAR wants to set this precedent, they're gonna have to suspend him for a week. We had the same issue with Bubba Wallace, wrecking Kyle Larson. We had the same issue with Chase Elliott wrecking Denny Hamlin. And then now we have this issue. If NASCAR wants to be consistent, they have to suspend Austin Hill for a whole week. And honestly, karma cut off to Austin Hill, because he's a gigantic asshole, dude. 2022, we had his issue with Myatt Snyder. 2023 had his issue with Sheldon Creek, who was a teammate. So, yeah. It's not helping with Richard siding with him in every little issue. And then you had, I think at Atlanta this year, he was 5 laps down, and he was pissed off at Daniel Dye for racing him. Called him a bunch of names for some reason, but he's 5 laps down. Austin Hill is just a generic asshole. I am so glad that karma came up to him, and I'm so glad he's losing all of his playoff points. Because I'm confident NASCAR will make the right decision here. But I'm just so glad, because he's such an asshole. He's such a narcissist. Same thing with Richard Childress. He's such a those two are such narcissists. I am so glad that he's getting suspended, because I'm confident NASCAR will do the right thing. But it's just pretty straightforward on what they should do. Even Eric Amarola said, if NASCAR wants to set things right, they're going to suspend him for a whole week. That's what they should do. That's it. That controversy aside, yeah, the red flag come out because it started raining again. But that was it. Overtime restart. And Connor Zilic. Hats off to Connor Zilic, because he just got his 3rd win in a row. His 5th win of the season. This guy, I think he's a regular season leader too, so that's awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Corey Haim won the regular season championship already, so yeah. How about that? Connor Zilic, I think he's in the regular season lead. Happy for him, because what a race he drove, what a car he had, and what a stint he's been on. He has not finished outside of the top 5 since Talladega. That's impressive stuff right there. Keeping his car clean week after week, not getting into petty incidents like Austin Hill over there. Just doing amazing here. Let's just go over the top 10 finishes real quick. He got the win flawlessly in an overtime race as well. That's just great. He's just an amazing driver. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in Cup next year. And this guy is 19 years old, by the way. I would not be surprised if he's in Cup next year, because what a guy. What a driver this guy is. Sam Mayer got 2nd. He got the fastest lap of the race, so that's pretty cool. Taylor Gray ended up having a really good race, ended up with 3rd. Kyle Larson rebounded at 4th. Ryan C got a top 5 after all that. William Sawalich got another top 10. Sammy Smith got 7th. Daniel Dye got 8th. Good finish for him there. I think he really needs that good finish because of the playoffs and all that. Jesse Love got 9th, and it was Dean Thompson who ran it at the top 10. So yeah, that was about it. That's up in the Xfinity race, and my goodness, we're already 8 minutes in this video, and I spent 6 minutes talking about the Xfinity race. Now time for the Cup race and all that. So yeah, let's do this. Stage 1 went clean and green, except for that Ross Chastain wreck, which was basically a racing deal, so that's about it. You had Chase Briscoe win Stage 1. Got the pole again, by the way. Congrats to him. I think Stage 2 went clean and green all the way. It definitely did not, because Ryan Jones had a pretty big hit towards the wall, but for him, it wasn't that bad of a hit, so he was fine. Ryan Blaney ended up winning Stage 2, so that's pretty cool there. Highlighting Denny Hamlin, who started last, ended up going all the way to 3rd, which impressive enough, because it looked super, super egregiously hard to pass at this track, which Hamlin making his way to 3rd there is mighty impressive. So yeah, basically all that. You had a lot of tire issues happening. Logano and Cindric, those two were dominating the race, or those two were leading a pretty good amount of the race, and they both had tire issues. Same thing with Eric Jones, which is why that caution came out. McDowell had issues as well. A lot of tire issues, so interesting there. And this was also a strategy race, so you had some guys flipping the stage and all that. So it was pretty cool to see there. At the end, it was basically going to be Joey Logano winning the race until he blew that tire, and then it was Bubba Wallace getting the lead, cycling out to the lead after Logano blew the tire. It was honestly insane. I forgot to change that. That's embarrassing. I'm really sorry about that. So yeah, that's really cool in my opinion. And then the caution came out for raindrops, and at the time it wasn't really bad. I thought they threw the caution so they can get Larson to the win, because they've done that before, like back in the day. They used to throw the caution so they can get other guys to get in the front, or to have more of an exciting finish, or the fact that NASCAR wants to throw the caution so they won't let the guy or the team who is literally suing them in court. I don't even know the whole court details, but they don't want them, or they don't want that team getting the win, especially after the whole court situation. It's just insane, dude. Although it did start raining, so yeah, we can put all those conspiracy theories aside because it legitimately started raining. So yeah, overtime restart happens here, and we have another very controversial wreck. I don't know what the history is. I saw Eric Assep's video, and yeah, he's right. We don't know the severity or how intentional the wreck was, but I don't know the history of Bell and Zane Smith, or if they have ever had any beef in their careers. I don't think so, but that was weird. It looked very bad on the onboard, which they're going to for sure review that, because like I said, if they want to review, or if they want to stay consistent and set the precedent, they need to review this one as well. I might have been an accident. I don't want to glaze Bell, but that looked really bad on his part right there. I guess he was trying to go to the bottom line. I don't want to say it was an accident or on purpose. I'm just saying that was a really bad look, because from what the onboard looked like, he went all the way down and hooked Zane Smith right into the wall. I don't know. That's also another controversial thing. I don't know what NASCAR is going to do about that, because we don't know the intentions. But I don't want to say it was an accident or on purpose. I'm just saying it looked really bad. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say there. And then Bubba Wallace, dude. Oh my God. I am so damn happy he won this race. I am so goddamn happy, dude. I am so happy. All of the morons on Twitter are crying like right now. I am so happy the Facebook people are crying like assholes right now. This is what they get. Damn. Let's go, Bubba, for real. Oh my God, I'm so happy for that. I was jumping up and down like Justin Champagne yesterday. I was jumping up and down just seeing him win. He got so many love taps, like if you know what that means. Like all the drivers were just congratulating him, which Bubba's a popular guy in the garage. So yeah, he got the win. Kyle Larson got second. Denny Hamlin started dead last, got the fastest lap of the race, by the way, and got third. Ryan Preece and Brad Keselowski got fourth and fifth. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen them in the top five like that. Todd Gilliland got sixth. Damn. I know Chase is happy right now. Chase on Twitter. Ryan Blaney got seventh. Christopher Bell. I need to shave. Damn. Christopher Bell got eighth. Alex Bowman got ninth, and Carson Hocevar caps off the top 10. Look at this. Justin Haley got 11th. That's incredible. Catherine Legg got 17th, which is insane. How about that, dude? My goodness. It was honestly a very chaotic ending. I thought it was a good race, because I like strategy races, because that's my type. I don't know. I liked the race more than people did. So, yeah. Also, this was the end of the TNT coverage, so I'm gonna be going over that. Their coverage wasn't great, honestly. Prime's coverage was top tier, but like Fox is down here, Prime is up here, TNT was right here. It was barely above Fox, not barely above, like a couple of steps above Fox, but considering how low the bar is for Fox, that's concerning in my opinion, because I don't know. I liked the graphics, I like how they looked and all that, but the coverage was just weird in my opinion. I didn't think it was necessarily all that bad, but the coverage was just weird. This weird camera shots, them missing angles. I don't know. The booth was the only thing that was really saving it. The reports seemed sloppy as well. The booth was the only thing that really seemed like it was perfect. I don't know. It felt weird, but the TNT coverage wasn't the greatest. So, yeah, now we're moving on to USA next week. I'm looking forward to that. Not going to be streaming any of the NASCAR races this weekend because SummerSlam and all that. So, Yeah, that's gonna do it for this review. This was 15 minutes long. This was my longest of the season. That's how controversial and all the craziest crap that happened this weekend. Oh gosh, that's interesting. Have a great day though. Goodbye.